class we are going to continue chapter 15, perimeter, area and volume, with the topic volume. What do you mean by volume? Till now we have understood what is an area and how to find the area of regular and irregular shapes. So in the very beginning, before knowing the formula of area, we first learned how to find the area of any figure by dividing the figure into some unit squares, right? And by counting the total number of unit squares enclosed within that figure will give us the area of that figure. How much area of the figure can be found by that. So what do you mean by volume? Volume is something but that an object, volume is nothing but the amount of space occupied by a 3D object is known or called as its volume. What do you mean by that? See, suppose this is a duster. It is an object. It is a 3D shape. Now, when this 3D shape is freely suspended like this, it is occupying some portion of this space. It is occupying some portion of this space. How much space it is occupying, if you are able to find, then that will give you the volume of the particular object. Okay, so when we were finding the area and perimeter, simply we are going for an object's plane surface of an object. That if you are considering one plane surface of an object, then this plane surface is in the shape of rectangle, and what is the length of the boundary of this rectangle will give you the information about perimeter, and the portion or the space or the surface enclosed within this boundary will be considered as the what? Area of the rectangle. But when you are keeping this complete 3D object, when you are placing this completely 3D object, this 3D object is having a length and a breadth in the base, that is the flat surface, as well as there is certain height of the object. There is certain height of the object where this portion is occupying some part of the space. Space means the open area around us. This is the space. Okay, this is the empty space. When I am standing here, I am also occupying some part of this space, isn't it? So, whenever any object is kept, the flat portion is occupying some space, as well as the whole body of the object is also occupying some space, isn't it? The flat face is occupying some space on the flat surface, whereas the whole body is occupying some space on the space around us. So, how much space it is occupying will be called as the volume of this particular object. Now, as we learn to find the area of any flat face by dividing it into some unit squares, similarly, if any object is there, if any solid or 3D object is there, we can divide that 3D object into some equal number of square cubes, and find its volume. Rubik's Cube. If you will separate the Rubik's Cube, or imagine there is a cubical cake and you are trying to cut this cake into some equal cubes. Okay, so what do you mean by a cube? Cube means the length, breadth and height of that particular cube will be 1 centimeter or 1 unit. So what do you mean by a unit cube? Unit cube. Unit cube means a cube whose length, breadth and height will be 1 unit. 1 unit length, 1 unit breadth and height is also 1 unit. Then such type of cube will be called as an unit cube. Like we divide a rectangle into unit squares, in the same way, in order to find the volume of any 3D object, we can divide that object into some unit cubes. How we found the area of a rectangle? By counting the total number of unit squares. Here also we can find the volume of a cube by counting the total number of unit cubes. So here, as we are talking about dealing with the 3D shapes, we all have already learnt about the perspective views, isn't it? When we are viewing an object with a different perspective, all the faces and all the sides of that object will not be visible to us from one perspective. Suppose I am looking at the object from this place, so I cannot see all the faces of the object, because from which perspective or from which angle I am looking at the object, from that angle some faces will be visible and the other faces may not be visible. In the same way, when you are showing that you have divided this particular cube into some unit cubes, you can see only these 3 faces and the other parts are not visible. So how can you identify total how many unit cubes are there in this particular figure? Then it is the very easiest way to know how many unit cubes are there. Simply what you will do, along the length, along the breadth and along the height, how many units you have. Along the length we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. Along the breadth we have 1, 2 units. And along the height we have 1, 2, 3. 3 units. Now what will be the volume of this? What will be the volume of this particular cuboid or cuboid? Okay? This particular cuboid, it will be a cuboid. Why? Because it has a length and a width as well as some height. If all the length, width and height, all the 3 will be same means, then it will be called as a cube. So as here it is, its length, breadth and height are different in measurement. So it will be considered as a cuboid only, not a cube. Right? Now as we have divided this particular cuboid into some equal number of unit cubes, now how will you find how many total unit cubes are there? You can find the total unit cubes in the given cuboid are 3, here length is 4 units multiplied by 2 units multiplied by 3 units. Okay, by multiplying all these 3 you will get the total number of cubes, unit cubes present in this cuboid. So it will be equal to 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24 units cube. Units cube, or you can write it as 24 cubic units. 24 cubic units. Understood? So children, now you understood by counting the square by counting the unit cubes, you can find the volume of any solid shapes. Now, every time the solid shape may not be in the form of cuboid or cube. Sometimes it may be like this, or sometimes it may be like this. Okay, so here it is in a cuboidal shape. So here you can see from which perspective this figure is drawn. This figure is drawn from a perspective such that you can view the top view of this particular solid shape. Now, from this it is very clearly observed that we have total how many unit cubes. Here this is one complete cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total 12 unit cubes are there. So, its volume will be 12 cubic units. Okay? Like how do we write the area? Square units. Like this, for volume also you will count the total number of unit cubes and write 12 cubic units. So, cubic, this one if you will write in words, you will write cubic units. Okay. Similarly, in this case, already we have discussed such type of figure. It is a complete cube where some parts are being hidden. And suppose if you are not using the technique that just now I discussed few minutes before, that is by counting the number of units you have along the length, along the breadth and along the height, then also you can imagine here it is a cuboid. It has 2 layers of cubes, unit cubes, 2 layers of unit cubes, where in each layer you will have 4 unit cubes. So in the bottom layer you will have 4 unit cubes, in the top layer also you will have 4 unit cubes. So total 4 and 4, 8 unit cubes. Okay, so instead of imagining that, you can even count along the length how many units? 2 units, isn't it? 1, 2, and along the breadth you have again 2 units, and along the height you have 2 units. So total 2 units multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Total how many units cube you have? How many units? Units multiplied by units multiplied by units. Total 8 cubic units. Right? In this case also you can follow this. Like along the length how many units you have? 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Along the breadth how many you have? 1, 2, 3 units. And along the height you have only 1 unit. So 4 3s are 12 multiplied by 1. 12 only na? You got? Okay? Next, when we are having a cube and a cuboid, we can follow this method by multiplying the length of the given cube or cuboid, breadth of the cube or cuboid and height of the cube or cuboid. Okay? By multiplying them you can find. But here in this case what you will do? Here you have to go for your imagination. You have to try, because already we have learned what are the different perspective views of an object, and we already know how to view an object and try to imagine what is the hidden part of the given object. So here you can see that there is a set of blocks in the bottom, and over it in one corner only 2 blocks are kept. Only 2 blocks are kept. So in the bottom, in the base, how many blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 more hidden here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. One is hidden, and on this top you have 2 more, these 2 blocks. So total how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, here 5 and 1 more hidden back side to it 6, 7, 8. Total 8 cubic units we have. 8 cubic units we have. Okay. So in this way you can imagine. How many cubic units or how many unit cubes are there in a particular 3D shape and find the volume of the cube. But every time it is a very tough job for us to count these cubes and do. So basically in your exercise sums you will go for finding the volume of like cubes and cuboids, where it becomes very easy simply by multiplying the units along the length, units along the breadth and units along the height of the cube or cuboid. So children, now you understood how to find the volume of a cube or a cuboid or any solid shape by dividing it into unit cubes. Now, so in general, whenever a cube or a cuboid is given, then how can we find their volume? Simply by multiplying how many units the length is, how many units by the breadth is, and how many units the height is. If you multiply the units of length, breadth and height, then you get the volume of a cuboid or a cube. So in general we can frame a formula here. The volume can be found simply by multiplying the length, breadth and height of the 3D object. Okay. Now for volume of a cuboid, we know in a cuboid the measurements of length, breadth and height, all these three dimensions are of different length. So you can use this formula for finding the volume of a cuboid. Whereas for finding the volume of a cube, we know that all the length of all the edges of a cube are same, isn't it? Whether it is the length, breadth or height, every dimension's length will be same or equal in a cube. So you can find the volume of a cube by multiplying edge and edge thrice. So overall the units of volume. What is the units of volume? The units of volume is cubic units. The units of volume is cubic units. In short, you can write as CU dot units. Now, here the units depends upon the units of measurement given in your book for that particular solid shape. Whether it can be in millimeter, in centimeter, in meters and kilometers, whatever you wish. Kilometers will not be there. Any object we cannot measure in that way. But here maximum you will get in millimeter, centimeter and meters. Okay. So this is the information about the volume of a cube and cuboid. So by using these formulae of volume of cube and cuboid, let us solve the sums given in exercise 15D. Okay. So children, now let us discuss the questions given in exercise 15D. In exercise 15D, the first question is given, find the volume of the following solids. Given the solids are made of cubes of side 1 centimeter. So here the figures, whichever the figures are given, let me show you once. See, these are the figures given to you. These are the figures. These are the figures given to you in question number 1, where all these figures are made of unit cubes, not squares, unit cubes. Now what you need to do is you have to imagine the hidden cubes also and try to calculate or count the total number of unit cubes present here and write down their volumes. Okay, so here already the unit of measurement of each side of the cube is given or each edge of the cube is given. Here side is 1 centimeter. So whatever the volume you will get, it will be in terms of cubic centimeter. Understood? So you try all these 4 by yourself. No need to do this in the notebook. You just see here, count, try to count here itself and write down how many cubes you will get. that many cubic units will the volume of these figures. So you count and write its volume below, just below it. Okay. And the next question we have here, it is find the volume of the following cuboid. Okay, find the volume of the following cuboid given the formula. So, okay, cuboid's formula is given already. Just now I have given this formula to you in the previous video. That is, volume of a cuboid can be found simply by multiplying its length, breadth and height. Okay, so here you find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures are given to you. In all these figures, the length, breadth and height of the figure is given to you. What you have to do is simply you have to first write the draw the figure. This one you have to do in the notebook. Draw the figure, write the formula and then put the values of length, breadth and height. Length, breadth and height of the figure in this particular formula. Put the values and find the product and write the units correctly. The units will be cubic units. So as the units of measurement here is centimeters, you will get the volume in terms of centimeter cube. Okay. Now let us discuss question number 3. Question number 3 is Shagun bought a box full of oats. Box means it may be in the shape of cube or it may be in the shape of cuboid. So let us read the question and understand and come to know whether the box is in a cuboidal shape or cubical shape. The box measures 24.5 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter. This means the length, breadth and height of the box is given. So definitely the box will be in the shape of a cuboid. It is having certain length, certain breadth and certain height. Now it is said that Shagun bought a box full of oats. So what is the definition of volume? Definition of volume was a solid shape. How much space is occupied by a solid shape? So, how much space is occupied means if you are filling this box with oats, this means you are filling the box. Which portion of the box you are filling? You are filling the volume of the box. So, the quantity of oats filled in this box will be equivalent to the volume of the box. So, what is the greatest amount of oats in cubic centimeter the box hold? Obviously children, if you want to find what is the maximum quantity of or the greatest quantity of oats that can be filled in this box will be equivalent to the volume of the box. So, what we need to find here in order to know how much, what is the greatest quantity of oats can be filled in this box? We have to find the volume of the box. How much is the volume of the box? That much quantity of oats only can be filled in it. You cannot fill more quantity of oats than the volume of the box. So, here simply first you draw the figure. Whenever you solve any sums related to this area, perimeter and volume, always read the question. After reading the question, when you are identifying the figure that whether it's a square or rectangle or a cube or a cuboid, immediately draw the figure and write down the dimensions. So here our box is in the shape of cuboid. So let us first draw the cuboid here. Draw the shape of a cuboid here and write down the dimensions of the cuboid. So, the length of the cuboid is given how much? It is given 24.5 centimeters, whereas the breadth is 10 centimeters and the height of the cuboidal box is 5.5 centimeters. 5.5 centimeters. So, this is the length, this is the breadth and this is the height of the cuboidal box in which we are going to pack oats, isn't it? So what is the we can write the statements as length of the box is equal to L is equal to 24.5 centimeter. Then you will write breadth of the box. Breadth of the box will be, in short, B will be equal to 10 centimeter, whereas height of the box H will be equal to 5.5 centimeters. Now what we need to find, children? We are going to find how much quantity of oats can be filled in this box. This means we are going to find the volume of the box. So volume of the box V will be equal to, first of all, write the formula length. In short also you can write, what is it? Length refers to L. In short we write L na? Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Now the values of length, breadth and height in this formula, that is 24.5 centimeter multiplied by 10 centimeter and multiplied by 5.5 centimeter. Never forget to write these units while doing the calculations, because if you will miss these units here, your marks will be reduced. You will not get full marks if you are not writing the units here while doing the calculation. Units plays a very important role while solving any sums related to area, perimeter and volume. So here, now what you have to do, simply multiply all these three values and write down. Even we have to multiply the units also. When we multiply centimeter thrice, centimeter multiplied by centimeter multiplied by centimeter, what we will get? We will get centimeter cube, or the units will be written as cubic centimeter. So how much is 24.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 5.5? Children, the product of 24.5 and 5.5 is 134.75, and still we need to multiply more 10 centimeters here. When you multiply 134.75 by 10, we know that any decimal number is multiplied by 10, the decimal point will shift to its right up to one place. So here by shifting the decimal point up to one place to its right, we get 1347.5 centimeter cube or cubic centimeter as the unit of volume. So the final statement will be the box can hold 1347.5 cubic centimeter of oats in it. Understood? The next question we have, how many unit cubes are needed to fill a cuboid of dimensions? So children, this question is completely to be done by you all. Why? Because the dimensions of the cuboid is given to you. Okay, how many unit cubes are needed to fill the dimensions? Then what you will do? Simply you need to multiply the given dimensions to find the total number of unit cubes that can fill this given cuboids. Okay, so you multiply them and find. Then the question number 5, we have Mr. Ravi Shankar bought 2 storage containers of cuboidal shape. One measures 90 centimeter, 55 centimeter, 40 centimeter, and the other measures 15 centimeter, 40 centimeter and 50 centimeter, which has larger volume and by how much? So children, I will give you the hint to solve this sum and you have to solve it. First of all, you will find the measure of the first container and you will find the volume of the first container with the help of the given dimensions, and next you have to find the volume of the second container with the help of the given dimensions. Now after finding the volume of the first container and the second container, you have to compare them, which container has more volume and by how much. So by how much, how will you find? You have to subtract the volumes of both the container to find how much more the biggest container is than the smallest one. Okay. Next question, we have a carton 55 centimeter long, 30 centimeter broad and 20 centimeter high, filled with match boxes of dimensions 6 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 2 centimeter respectively. So how many match boxes are there in the carton? So here I will give you the formula for finding this. So you apply the formula and find the number of match boxes that can be filled in the carton. So let's see what the formula. So children, the hint for finding the number of match boxes in question number 6 is, you will find the volume of the carton with the help of the given dimensions and also find the volume of the match box with the help of the given dimensions. Now after finding the volume of the carton and volume of the match box, each match box, what you have to do? You have to divide them both to find the number of match boxes that can be filled in the carton. Okay, you try this. Whatever the doubts will be there, we will discuss in the online class. Okay, thank you.